Frank Caliendo. Hey, Frank, let me ask you, how many different voices do you actually...
Six different voices.
That's it.
6 of them. You know, they're...
Wow, what a repertoire.
I know, yeah. Well, usually I show people the good ones. You know, that's kind of what the thing is. There's probably tons of bad ones that I do. You know, that's what I hate about bad impressionists is you listen to them and you're like, oh, my goodness, that was terrible. Your top 4 are great. Kind of watch Rich Little and it's like that. And then he's doing like Lyndon Johnson. Like, who knows? Honestly, if you guys ever want to have a fun day, and I respect Rich Little for being the greatest probably known impressionist of all time. And in his time, way ahead of his time, an amazing impression.
Sure.
But look at his website. You'll laugh. You'll be like, there are actually people like Lyndon Johnson, stars from the 40s and 50s and 20s, and you'll be like, who's Jack Nate? Who's that? What? Is that my neighbor? Hi, I'm Jack Nate. And then every single one that he does, it's so funny because he's like, this is Michael Caine. And everyone he announces who he is. He's like, well, this is Ronald Reagan. I'm Jimmy Carter. And I want to say I have nothing to say. I'm Bill Clinton, and I say nothing. You know, it's so funny because that was the thing. I always thought Rich Little was really great at the voices, and he didn't have the ton of material. So it was like, there were more like jokey jokes kind of forced in there.
Yeah.
And when I actually saw him on Letterman, I thought he was a lot better because he did the Impressionist Week that I was a part of.
Here's a guy who's bragging about being in the same category as Rich Little.
Unfortunately, Fred Travolino was in that
too. We've got a great Travolino story for you.
I want to hear it.
Yeah.
But Rich Little did more of a conceptual thing in setting him up and that's why I think that's what makes me different than most of the impressions, because most of the times you hear these guys who do these impressions, you're like, oh man, that could be great. Too bad you're using it for Jack Nicholson working at McDonald's. You ever hear not Rich, I was Dennis Miller.
Rich is his brother. Boom.
Dennis Miller, it really is too. Dennis Miller did that joke about I hate when impressionists do Jack Nicholson working at McDonald's. Yeah, the highest paid actor of all time is going to be working as a fry cook.
Yeah.
Like, how about this, Cha-Cha? How about you working at McDonald's? You know? 'Cause that's where you're going with that material.
Dennis Miller imitation.
Yeah, mine's not that strong, but I could do a better Adam Sandler and Chris Farley. Same time frame. Or was somebody going to ask something I forgot?
Because here's a guy who went off on a tangent. I love the tangerines, and I like melon Sully.
Now, how do you develop new voices, though? I mean, do you sit at home and just kind of say who's in the news, who's doing what?
Yeah, I mean, little bits on the Fox pregame show. I had to come up with like Rush Limbaugh a couple years ago, and it was like, "Greetings, my friends." And when I say my friends, I mean you guys. My OxyContin pills. He didn't even go after us with that. He was like,
"It's funny. It works. Give me a mint."
But yeah, little bits of that kind of stuff. Mainly, I write new bits for the voices I already do. You know, you can go on forever with the John Man as long as you're doing something different and something out of the blue, like video games. I wish he did instead of just a football game. Why can't he do play-by-play of Super Mario Brothers?
Hey, Mario just ate a mushroom. He's doubled his original size. I mean, he's going to go beat up a Koopa Trooper. I'd hate to be a Koopa Trooper right now. Heck, I'd hate to be a Koopa Trooper anytime. But they're all green and slimy. And Mario just got to the end of the level. You know, I could tell. Boom. He just hit his little Nintendo groin on a flagpole. My princess is in another castle? You son of a gun.
Or Grand Theft Madden, you know.
Boom. You just shot a hooker. 500 points. That's dollars in American cash.
You know, you're giving him $1 million idea right now.
You're just giving away $1 million
You're opening up a whole deal. He'll get away from the Ace Hardware commercials.
I almost said something terrible.
Right.
You've learned in the last few weeks you got to be careful of fad with what you're saying.
Yeah, oh boy, do we ever.